Greetings. This is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. Today I want to touch on the subject of raising your vibration, as well as a lot of people are talking about this Area 51 storming and the general energy of right now. See, when things happen like this in the media that are all sensationalized, what I've come to learn from listening to my past teachers in the spirit is that it's never about the physical event, right? Because when you understand how the spirit realms work, like I've said in previous videos, it's layered like a pancake. At the very top of the pyramid is mind, the realm of the infinite mind. Below that is the realm of the spirit. And below that is the realm of the physical. And what's happening is influence and vibration is trickling downward. It's like the Kabbalah of the Tree of Life. From Kether, from the crown, energy moves downward and shoots all the way until it gets down to the physical world. So it starts as a thought, it develops in the spirit, then it manifests in the physical. So whenever you see an event happen in the real world that causes a lot of commotion, gathers a lot of attention, know that its spiritual significance is what's to be taken away, not so much the physical thing. For example, black people got very excited when Barack Obama was elected president, thinking that, I don't know, he was gonna save black people from the awful plight that America has set up for them. But as we all know and see, that didn't happen because those expectations were unrealistic, right? Focused on the physical. But what's actually happening here is it's symbolic, right? To have the first family in the White House as a black family, right? Which has never happened before in popular history. To have a black Little Mermaid. Who cares about the movie? Who cares about Disney? It's not the movie, it's the spiritual significance. With the 007, with the Iron Man or Iron Woman, ad infinitum, etc. Likewise, there's a huge significance with the rising interest in spiritual, occult, extraterrestrial, interdimensional topics right now. If you go to Netflix, you'll see there are tons of shows focused around these subjects, like Stranger Things and Lucifer and all these others that I don't have time to watch. It's not about the shows, it's about the spiritual significance. Look at the symbolism of this thing. The physical world is ruled by the five senses. The five senses collect data, empirical data, all right? So those of us who are not in contact with our right brain, the symbolic brain, who are not in contact with the spirit, we build our perception of reality based on the five senses. Now, as we know, the physical world is an illusion and an afterthought of an afterthought. Because remember, like I said, the infinite mind is the beginning, what you call God. Underneath that is the spiritual realm, which is the energetic realm, which is the astral realm, and underneath that is the physical realm, the last place, all right? So it starts at the top and it trickles downward. When you see an event take place in the physical realm, there's a spiritual significance to it. It's never about what happens in the physical. That's why when people see things that they consider signs, it speaks to them. For example, if you're walking and you see a black feather on the ground or floating past you, sure, in the physical, a bird lost its feather. Big deal. But if you know how to look at the symbology of a thing, the subconscious mind knows how to speak symbolically. So that means that you are being communicated with. That's a symbol of protection, a symbol of inner strength, of grounding, of preparation for things that may be a bit difficult. That's why these gems and these stones, in the physical, they're just rocks. Big deal. But they symbolize a certain type of energy. And when you align your subconscious mind with different types of energy, you bring the energy of those symbols into your aura, into your field, into your vibration. So when we talk about raising your vibration, we're talking about including things in your life that are going to get you closer to center, closer to that point of initiation, that point of beginning. Because remember, I said the infinite mind is where it begins, then the spiritual realm, then the physical realm. The more we rely on the five senses to build our world, the further away we get from source. the more that we take into account and consideration the spiritual significance of things, the higher up we go, the closer we go to infinite mind, the closer we go to source, the closer we go to center, the closer we are to raising our vibration. Now, what we often find is that this is a painful journey. Why? Because the higher you go in your vibration and the more that you maintain a high vibration, the more that you begin to realize that what you're actually doing is letting go. At every stage of your rising, you're letting go of something that's keeping you human, keeping you heavy, keeping you in the physical, keeping you rooted in the rulership of the five senses. The higher up you go, the more you realize you have to get rid of hate, envy, gossip, foods that are bad for your body. The more you have to get rid of wasting your time, the more you have to get rid of wasting your energy on people who don't reciprocate. Because even if you have an abundance of energy and creativity, there are people in your life that can siphon that energy from you. And that can keep you at a low vibration, because instead of using your energy for your own rise, you're using your energy for someone else to consume and waste. So even though these subjects and topics sound kind of all over the place, there is a central message here. And that central message is pay attention. Because the subconscious mind generates your reality. How does it generate your reality? Well, like I said before, the five senses give you data. And if you're not paying attention, your world becomes ruled by these five senses. Things that look a certain way, smell a certain way, sound a certain way, taste a certain way, feel a certain way. Like I've also said in this video, there's a deeper significance. There's a spiritual and a symbolic significance behind all the physical data. The physical data is an afterthought of an afterthought. It's not the original thought. The spiritual significance is getting closer to the original thought. So, the subconscious mind generates your reality, because every time you experience something, the combination of your five sense data plus spiritual emotion builds a definition. For example, when you eat something that is delicious for the first time, your mind instantly begins categorizing these things. It categorizes what type of food it is, the smell of the food, the taste, the color, the shape, the name brand, the person that you experienced it with, the place you experienced it in, the music that was happening at the time. Your mind takes into account all these things and categorizes them and places them in a bucket called good. And if you experience something negative, for example, you were bullied in school, your mind takes into account that bully and builds a profile of how this person looks, their hairstyle, their mannerism, the things that they like, the music that they like, the way that they smell, what they said to you and how they said it, where they bullied you at. Your mind takes all of that and puts into a category called bad. Now, every person that you encounter with those same characteristics is going to start off with that bad tag, right? Like if you're making a video or a hashtag on Instagram, it tags it as bad. Versus anytime you experience a food with those similar qualities, before you even taste it or get to experience it, your mind's going to categorize it or hashtag it as good. The subconscious mind builds these definitions of everything. Everything is a symbol. Okay? Me on the screen, my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos is a symbol, because when you come to watch my videos, you get a certain feeling associated with a certain type of information. So your subconscious mind is beginning to understand on a deeper level what I'm saying before I even say it. This is why you like the music you like. This is why you like the clothes that you like. Your entire world is defined by what the subconscious mind has defined as your symbols. So, knowing this information, what I call doing the work is finding the tools and the procedures necessary to go into your subconscious mind and redefine those things that affect you in a negative way, that bring down your vibration, that bring you closer to being trapped in the physical realm of five senses. You want to go back and reprogram yourself and understand the spiritual significance of all the events that happened. Understand the symbolic significance of all the things that happened to you in the past, whether they're good or bad. This is how you get closer to center. This is how you raise your vibration. This is how you get closer to source. Now, talking about the whole Area 51 information, based off of all those things that I just said, who cares if someone made a Facebook page about a bunch of people doing a Naruto run to storm Area 51? Is it really going to happen? Hell no. But the fact that it's even said and being popularized makes it a symbol, because now we're all seeing it all over the media. Just like the Little Mermaid thing. I'm not going to see that movie, but I understand that there's a symbolic significance to it. So to the Area 51 thing, understand what the symbology of Area 51 has always been. This mysterious, legendary underground bunker that's top secret, and within it contains the mysteries and the definitive answer of whether or not there's life on other planets, life outside of Earth, life outside of what we know. Area 51 in our minds symbolically represents this mystery treasure box that holds the key. Whether you believe in aliens or not, you believe in Area 51 because it's real. So in your mind, whether you believe in aliens or not, you still got that definition of the extraterrestrial mystery and is there something out there vibe associated with that symbol. Now you've got Facebook, and you've got all these people, all these regular, ordinary, normal people, not spiritual occultists, not woke hotepers, not melanin gods and goddesses. You've got regular people saying that they're all prepared to go and storm Area 51. And by doing this mythical Naruto run, not even bullets can stop them. These normal people are putting forth the confidence, symbolically, that they're ready to storm the U.S. government's most protected area, one of their most protected areas, to find the truth and the answers behind this legendary myth of is there extraterrestrial life. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter if it actually happens or not. What matters is that people, regular people, are feeling this surge of curiosity and determination to find out, to act on that curiosity. People want to know. People want to know the spiritual significance behind things. They want to understand the occult. They want to understand the spiritual realm. They want to know the answer to these mysteries. That's why all these channels are coming out about ancient aliens and doing spiritual energy work and all these occult themed shows, because the level of vibration that we are collectively is at a vibration where we want to know these things. We're no longer running away from them, and we're no longer just accepting what the media is giving us about them. Even though the media is giving us more on it, people want to know. So this Area 51 thing symbolically represents that the masses, the unawake masses, are thriving to know what the answer is behind a lot of these deep mysteries. Now, is Area 51 real? Are there really aliens there? Who knows? Who cares? Are these people actually going to do it? Who knows? Who cares? That's not what I'm focused on. Get off the physical. We're talking about the symbolic representation of this thing. What does this have to do with you? You, who have been watching my videos for so long, are ahead of that curve. And anyone who is ahead of the curve of the masses is closer to the center than the masses. Because when you're at center, center is still, it's unmovable. It is the unmanifest. Yet when center manifests in the physical realm, it is an originator. It is an initiator. It is the first, right? And people who are in the center, when they do things, it usually turns out that the rest of the world slowly begins to do those things as well. The rest of the world begins to follow. Because those who exist at center point have substance. They have access to substance. They reside within substance, actual substance. And anything with substance attracts people. Because we live in this world of illusion, which lacks substance. And people want truth. They want realness. We fill our lives with superficial things. When we experience somebody who has substance, it's extremely attractive and extremely magnetic because we want that too. We all want to get back to center to some degree. I believe that I've made my point in this video. This full moon is bringing out a lot of difficult things for many people right now. Ride the wave. Work through it. Don't run from any of it. up from underground, up from your subconscious, things are coming up right now that you got to deal with. There's a lot of planets in retrograde right now, and that has a lot to do with it. Speaking on astrology and Mercury in retrograde and all these things, it's simply a weather forecast. It's simply an explanation for why the rest of the world is acting the way it is, why your insides are acting the way that it is. It doesn't dictate your life. It's just like a weather forecast. If you know it's going to be 98 degrees outside, you're going to dress accordingly. If there's a 90% chance it's going to rain, you're going to bring your umbrella. Now, it doesn't change your plans. It doesn't change the fact that you have to go to work or you're going to do this or that. It's just something to be on the lookout for. Because while you may be advanced, the rest of the world that you live in is not. So they're going to be affected by it largely. They're not going to understand why or care why they're feeling this way. But you're going to know, and this is going to help you to not take it so personally. And when working on yourself in these times, have patience with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Because this is already a difficult time. So just be easy. Do what you got to do. Get your grounding. Eat healthy. Live healthy. Meditate so you can get closer to center and detach more from these 5 sense prisons that we have going on here. You got to have balance, though. Got to have balance. A little bit in, a little bit out. You don't want to be too much out because then you become space cadet, detached from the world, right? You want to stay grounded. Have a little bit of both. Go play your video games, go hang out, drink shots if you got to. Do something human, but not too much human. Get your study on as well. Get your practice on as well. But don't stay there too much. Have the balance. All right, so I've said what I needed to say. This is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. Join the Magus Society. Join the Magus Academy. I love you guys. Peace.